Hey, what's good, YouTube? Thanks for joining me tonight. So I was looking through my amp collection here. I've got a collection of small amps. Some would call them beginner amps. Some would call them practice amps. Some would call them bedroom amps. You know, whatever you want to call them, I have them, all right? And I was thinking, how good or bad is this Fender Frontman really? Because this amp gets a lot of hate. It's a very affordable amp. That's why I bought it. That's why you probably bought it or you're thinking about buying it. This Fender Frontman is very affordable. I think it's like $70, $80. It might be $90, but it's under $100. I know that. And this amp gets a lot of hate because people say it's the worst sounding amp they've ever heard. And guys, I gotta tell you, this amp is not that bad. Obviously, it's not going to compete with a much more expensive amp like a Fender Princeton Reverb that's a $1,500 amp, and obviously it's not even going to really compete with this Yamaha THR10II, which is a $350 amp. What would I say it competes with? It competes with this Boss Katana Mini. This is a $100 amp. So this amp and this amp is a good comparison. And I thought we'd take a look at them, and I went ahead and brought out the Yamaha just so you can see what a little bit better amp sounds like. The Yamaha is a little bit better than either one of these two. But let's go ahead and talk about them, listen to them. I'm gonna play through them. I'm gonna play through them clean, and then I'm gonna throw a big muff on there. Little nano big muff, just to see how well these amps take pedals and what the features of them are. So starting off with like the Fender Frontman, this is a very small amp. I mean, it's not much bigger than my hand. I don't know if it has, I think it has like an 8-inch speaker in there. I don't know how many watts this is. It might be like a 15-watt amp, something like that. Very limited features. It has a gain channel. It also has a clean channel, which is really nice, by the way. A lot of amps don't have dedicated channels like that, especially at this price range. So being able to choose between a clean sound or an overdriven sound is actually pretty cool. Takes headphones, aux in. I never use either one of those. So here's your switch for choosing, input jack. Then it's got your volume, your treble, and your bass. So it's got 2-channel EQ, volume, and we'll play through it in a second. Stick with me. Let's take a look at the Yamaha just to show you what, this is a very cool amp. These lights in here are meant to simulate tubes, but these are just LEDs. There's no tubes in here. It's a solid state amp. But what you'll hear is that this amp has a lot more bass in it. That's the main difference, but there's also a lot of features. It has built-in effects. It has a 3-channel EQ, has different channels, like different amp simulations, clean, crunch, lead, high gain, special, has Bluetooth, has a built-in tuner, built-in effects. It's got tremolo, phaser, chorus, flanger, echo, and reverb, and auxiliary phones, input jack. It also has a USB port on the back, so I think you can record directly to your computer through this, which is something I might get into later on. But you can also play a bass through here, a bass guitar, which you can't normally do with mini amps. And also this is a Bluetooth speaker, so you can use it like a Bluetooth speaker, play your music, and you can jam along to your music, and you can even mix the audio signals here between your guitar and your audio. Over here we have the Boss Katana Mini. Everybody knows this amp, everybody loves it. Has input jack, gain, 3 channels for clean, crunch, or brown. Brown is Boss's way of saying like Eddie Van Halen type sound. Volume, 3-channel EQ, and then a delay with separate time and level knobs, and then your on-off switch. And what else? Oh, this runs on batteries. That's a big deal too. This runs on batteries. It's very portable, lightweight. You can put this in your backpack. You can play this without power. Of course, these other amps need to be plugged in, but those are the features. Let's hear how they sound. We're gonna play clean, and then we'll play with a big muff and see how they sound. Let's go ahead and set up the camera. All right, so playing with a Fender Stratocaster, and we're plugged into the Fender Frontman 10G. That's the clean channel. God, that sounds pretty good to me. I don't get all the hate on this amp. This is most people's first amp that they're starting out with. You might have even got it in a package with your first guitar, like a Strat pack, and this is the amp you got. I mean, that sounds great to me. Let's go ahead and see how it takes a pedal. Takes it pretty well, I'd say. That sounds pretty good. That's a big muff going through 10-watt Fender Frontman. I mean, what more do you guys, the people who are criticizing this amp, I'm just wondering, like, what, sound are you expecting to come out of here? Because for my money, for like $70, $80, I'd say that's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good bargain. Let's go ahead and hear the overdrive. Just a little mild overdrive, and I gotta be careful with my volume. But now that is one thing on this amp, is that as you turn up the gain, it gets very loud. So you're probably better off using a pedal if volume is an issue, like it is for me. There you go, but that's what the overdrive sounds like. Again, I mean, I'm not hearing anything really disappointing from this amp. I mean, it sounds like a beginner's amp or a practice amp or a bedroom amp, however you want to say. But let's go ahead and compare that to the Boss Katana Mini, which is what everyone raves about. Everyone loves this amp. I'm going to tell you, with this amp, you've got to buy batteries. But let's see how it sounds. We'll start. And again, that's not too bad either. I do have some delay on. I can turn that off just to kind of. There's nothing wrong with that. I use this amp when I'm like practicing at my computer, and I just have it sitting to the side and I'm watching like a tutorial. It works great for that. It's low volume, good enough sound. Let's see how it takes a pedal. That sounds good to me. It's, within expectations. You just have to manage expectations. I think people are expecting these to sound like, a full stack of Marshall amplifiers or something. I don't know, but I'd say if you're looking for a beginner's amp, a practice amp, a bedroom amp, however you want to call it, I mean, this is pretty much what you're looking at here. There's another brand called the Spark, and I've never played the Spark. I don't know anything about it, so I can't comment on it, but a lot of people like the Spark. And then just for comparison, I thought we'd take a look at the Yamaha. This is probably like the more high-end version of your bedroom practice beginner's amp. Now immediately, I don't know if you can hear it on the phone, but immediately in person, I'm hearing way more bass and bottom end. It has a much wider tonal spectrum, if that's the right way to put it. A lot of clarity, a lot of punch. It's a very warm sound. And also it has the built-in effects and the Bluetooth and the tuner, and I can even show you what the whoa, let's see, I turn it. A lot of gain. Let's just see how it takes the big muff. Definitely you're getting a lot more with the Yamaha, lot more bass, much better sound quality, but I would not be disappointed in any of these amps so long as you manage expectations and you know what you're getting. I mean, this is obviously the most affordable amp out there that you can buy new, and for what you're getting, I'd say this is a perfectly acceptable amp for, you know, beginners, for just practicing, something you can you know, throw in the truck and take to your friend's house or your mom's house, and you want to play guitar somewhere. This is very portable, very lightweight, solid state, so it's going to last forever. Has a good volume output, and I mean, you know, what more do you want? So, the Boss Katana Mini, obviously more portable, runs on batteries, and I don't know, pretty comparable. I'd say if you're looking for volume though, this is going to be louder. If you're looking for cleans, this is probably going to give you a better clean sound, and just in my opinion. So yeah, what more can you say about it? But that's it, guys. Mainly I was looking at which one should I use for my pedal demos, because I'm getting ready to make some pedal demo videos. So I haven't decided between the Fender Frontman or the Yamaha. I might use the Yamaha, but I might use the Frontman. I don't know. I'll have to decide. I'll watch this video and see how they sound. But that's it, guys. Thanks for checking in with me. And see you next time. Take care.